English all around. Learn faster. Live fluently. Introduction. Imagine you can easily order coffee. You can understand your favorite movie without help. You can talk to new friends from other countries. This is what it's like to speak English very well. Maybe you have studied English for a long time with books, but you still feel like you are not getting better. You know many words and rules, but speaking and understanding in real life is hard. Many people feel this way. It can make you feel sad. You want to learn English faster. You want it to feel easy, not like hard work. What if there is a way to do this faster? What if it feels more like living than studying? This book will show you how. The best way to learn English fast and easy is not just to study more from books. It is to make English a part of your everyday life. Think about how you learned your first language when you were a child. No one taught you rules. You were just around the language all the time. You heard it. You used it to talk. You learned by living with it. We call this idea daily English immersion. It means using English for the things you already do. Instead of studying more, you turn your daily activities into learning times. This helps your brain learn English sounds, words, and sentences faster because you hear and see them all the time. It makes learning feel natural, like when you were a child. So, what does daily English immersion look like for you? It means using English for things you like. For example, your phone and computer can help you learn. We will show you how to change the language on your phone and computer. This way, you see common English words every day. Watching movies and TV shows can also help you learn. We will show you how to use subtitles to understand better. Listening to English music is not just for fun. You can learn new words and practice speaking by singing along. Reading news online, following a recipe, or watching a video about your hobby in English also helps. The goal is to use English for all these things. This turns what you already do into chances to learn. This book will help you use daily English immersion. We will give you simple steps to bring English into your day. You will learn how to pick the best movies, music, and apps for you. We will also help you stay excited to learn and help you when things get hard. Get ready to think about learning English in a new way. Get ready to make English a natural and fun part of your life. Your journey to speaking English better and faster starts now, all around you. Are you ready to stop finding it hard and start speaking with confidence? Let's start learning together. Turn the page and let your faster English journey begin. Learn English quickly. Do you wish you could speak English well right away? Many people want to learn English fast. This is a common wish, and it makes sense. Our world moves quickly, and we want quick results. How do you truly learn English fast? It's not a magic trick or a secret trick only a few people know. It's much simpler and much stronger than that. The real way to learn English fast is by being around the language a lot. Think about it. How did you learn your first language when you were a baby? You didn't sit in a classroom with books, did you? You heard your mom, dad, and everyone else talking. You heard it all day, every day. Your brain heard the sounds, the words, and the rhythm of that language. Being around it all the time helped you learn so fast and so naturally. This is what we need to do with English. If you only study English for an hour or two each week in a class, it's like trying to fill a pool with a small cup. It takes a very, very long time. Your brain gets a little English, and then it's gone for days. It's hard for your brain to remember things when English isn't around often. It's like trying to recall a dream that disappears when you wake up. You know it was there for a moment, but it doesn't stay. But what happens when English is all around you, all the time? It's like opening a big door. Your brain starts to see how things fit together. You hear the same words and phrases in different ways. Your brain starts to understand how to make sentences without you even thinking about grammar rules. Being around English all the time is the real secret to learning English fast. It's about spending as much time as possible with the language. The more you hear it, the more you read it, the more you try to use it, the faster your brain learns. It's a natural process, like learning your first language. The more English time you give your brain, the faster it learns to understand and use it. Let's think about why this happens in our brains. When you are around English all the time, your brain starts to make paths. Imagine your brain is like a garden. If you walk on a path many times, it becomes clearer and easier to walk on. The more you hear and use English, the more you walk on those English paths in your brain. These paths get stronger and stronger. This means you can understand English faster and speak English faster. It's like your brain is getting a great workout. It's not just memorizing words. It's learning to think in English. When you only study a little, those paths in your brain are like small, faint trails. They are hard to find and hard to use. You have to stop and think a lot. You have to change words from your language to English in your head. This makes everything slow. But with English all around you, those paths become like big highways. Information flows easily. Understanding becomes almost automatic. This is the main idea of daily English immersion, making English a part of your daily life all the time. It's about using English for everything you do, like when you use your phone. 2. Speak English every day. Talking English every day is like giving your brain a good exercise. It's not just knowing words. It's using them, making them work, and letting them become part of you. When you learned your first language, you didn't just learn word lists. You heard words, you tried to say them, and you made funny sounds before you got it right. You lived with the language, and talking was a big part of that. That's what we want to do with English using daily English immersion. We want talking to be normal, like every day. Why talking is your special skill. Listening to English songs or watching movies is great. You understand more, like putting words and phrases into a big box. But when you try to talk, you need to take those words out of the box and put them together to build something new right away. This is called active recall. Your brain has to find the right word, remember how to put it in the right order, and then make the sounds. This active work is very important. It makes the words stick. When you talk, you are not just listening anymore. You are making English. Every time you try to talk, you make those paths in your brain stronger. It's like practicing a song on a guitar. The more you play, the easier it gets. Talking English every day does the same for your language skills. Don't be afraid of mistakes. Let them go. Many people are scared to talk because they worry about making mistakes. They think, what if I say it wrong? What if people laugh? This fear can feel like a big wall stopping you from trying. But here's a secret. Mistakes are not bad things. They help you learn. Think of them as little signs saying, I can do this better. When you learn to walk, you fall down many times, right? But you get up and try again. Learning to talk English is the same. Every mistake you make is a step forward. No one expects you to be perfect, especially when you are learning. The people who talk best are often the ones who weren't afraid to sound silly at first. They knew that talking not perfectly is much better than not talking at all. When you know that mistakes are part of learning, that big wall starts to break down and you feel freer to try. Let me tell you about Maria. Maria moved to a new town where everyone spoke English. She knew some words from a book, but she was shy. The first time she went to a small cafe, she wanted to order coffee. Her heart beat fast. She thought, 1 coffee, please. When she got to the counter, the person there smiled and asked, "What can I get for you?" Maria's mind went blank. She managed to say, "Coffee, 1?" The person, a kind woman named Sarah, just smiled and said, "1 coffee, coming right up." Maria felt a little shy, but Sarah made her feel okay. The next day, Maria went back. This time she tried to say, "One latte, please." She said latte a little wrong, but Sarah understood. Sarah even gave her a helpful tip, say it latte. Maria said thank you. Day by day, Maria made herself go to that cafe and order something. Sometimes she said it right, sometimes she pointed, and sometimes she asked Sarah to say it again. But every day she used English. She didn't wait until she was perfect. She just talked. And guess what? In a few months, Maria was not just ordering coffee well. She was talking with Sarah about the weather and her new town. Her fear of mistakes went away because she saw that most people are kind and helpful. The daily practice, even just a few words, built her confidence little by little. Small moments, big steps forward. You don't need long, hard talks to practice talking. The special thing about daily English immersion is doing small things every day. Think about your normal day. Where can you add a few English words or sentences? When you wake up, say good morning to yourself in the mirror. Or maybe, time to get up. Making breakfast, talk about what you are eating. This toast is yummy. I need some juice. Using your phone, even if you are just looking at pictures, say what you see. Oh, a picture of a cat. This news looks interesting. Walking outside, say hello to your neighbors, even if it's just hello. Or nice day. If you see a dog, you can say, hello doggy. Yes, talking to animals helps. Ordering something, like Maria did, make ordering your coffee or a snack a talking practice. Try to say the whole sentence. Can I have a sandwich, please? Asking for directions. Even if you know the way, pretend you don't sometimes. Excuse me, where is the library? This is a good way to practice polite questions. At the store, when the person at the counter asks, "Did you find everything okay?" Try to answer with a full sentence. Yes, thank you, I found everything. Watching TV. Say the words you hear again. Pause the show and say the line yourself. Try to sound like the person on TV. Before you sleep, think about your day and say a few sentences in English. Today I learned a new word. I talked to my friend. The most important thing is doing it often. Doing a little talking every single day is much better than talking for a long time once a week. These small moments add up, making you better at talking without feeling like a lot of work. It's about making English a part of your everyday life. Who can you talk to? Everyone and everything. Finding someone to practice with can seem hard, but there are more ways than you might think. Language partners. Many apps and websites can connect you with people who want to learn your language while you learn theirs. You can chat online, by video, or even meet in person if you feel comfortable. This is a great way to have real talks. Talking groups. Look for groups in your town or online. These are often casual meetings where people just come to chat in English. It's a friendly place where everyone is there for the same reason. Your friends and family. If you have friends or family who also want to learn English, agree to speak only English with each other for some time each day or week. It can be fun and help you both. Your pet. Yes, your pet. Talk to your dog, your cat, your fish. Tell them about your day. Say what you are doing, or read them a story in English. They listen very well, and it helps you get used to your own voice talking English without any worry. Things. This might sound strange, but it works. Talk to your plants, your computer, your favorite chair. Say what they look like. Tell them what you are thinking. Hello, chair. You look very comfy today. It might feel silly at first, but it helps you practice how to make sentences and say words. Yourself. The mirror is your best friend for practicing. Stand in front of it and have a whole talk with yourself. Ask yourself questions and answer them. Say what you are wearing. Explain something you learned. This builds confidence because you hear your own English and you can practice without anyone judging you. The goal is to feel comfortable with the actual act of talking English. The more you do it, the less strange it will feel and the more normal it will become. How talking helps your other skills. You might wonder how talking helps with listening or reading. It's all connected. When you try to talk, you have to use the words you learn from reading and listening. This active using makes your memory stronger. If you read a word many times, but never use it in a sentence, it might stay in your memory as words you know, but can't easily use. Talking helps move those words into the words you can easily use. Also, when you talk, you have to think about grammar in a real way. You might try to say something and realize it doesn't sound quite right. This experience can make you pay more attention to grammar rules when you read or study. You start to notice patterns because you felt the need for them when talking. For example, if you were trying to talk about something that happened yesterday, you will naturally start to focus on past tense verbs. This makes learning grammar much more useful because you see how it is used. Putting it all together, the daily cycle. Daily English immersion is a cycle. You listen, you read, you learn new words and phrases. Then, you talk those words and phrases. This talking practice helps you remember them better, which makes you better at listening and reading next time. It's a circle of learning and doing. Think about learning to ride a bike. Someone might show you the bike, tell you how it works, and let you sit on it. That's like listening and reading. But you don't learn to ride until you actually get on and pedal, even if you wobble and fall. Talking is your pedaling. It's the action that makes you move forward. So don't wait for the perfect time or the perfect sentence. Just start talking. Start today. Say hello in English. Order your coffee in English. Talk to yourself in English. Every single word you say in English is a win. It's a step closer to talking fluently. Remember Maria and her cafe. She didn't become fluent right away. She became fluent by choosing to talk, even when it was a little scary, every single day. Your journey will be like that. Accept the process, be nice to yourself, and keep talking. Just like a musician practices notes every day to play perfectly, your daily talking practice, however simple, builds the skill and confidence needed to talk smoothly and naturally. The next step is to make sure that what you were talking about is interesting and matches what you like. Think in English always. Learning a new language can feel like carrying a big bag of words in your head. When you want to say something, you have to stop. Find the word in your own language, then look for its English word. Then you try to put them together. This is called translating. It's normal when you start, but it makes you slow. It's like driving a car with one foot on the gas and one foot on the brake. You move, but it's slow and tiring. Your brain does this when you translate. Your thoughts take a long path through your own language before they become English. This makes your sentences sound a bit strange, not natural. It also makes it hard to follow fast talking. But what if you could stop using the brake in your mind? What if you could just go faster? This is where thinking in English comes in. It's a secret to learning English faster and speaking it more easily. Instead of changing words back and forth, you start to understand and speak your thoughts right in English. It's like learning to drive without thinking about every step. You just get in, start the car, and drive. Your brain gets used to making ideas in English, like people who speak English all the time. Amazing things happen when you start to think in English. You can answer much faster because you don't wait to translate. Your sentences sound more natural and flow better. You are not forcing English words into your own language's way of speaking. You start to feel the meaning and the sound of English, not just the words. It's a deeper connection. This is daily English immersion, making English a part of your life every day. Thinking in English is a big part of this. It's not just listening or reading. It's your inner voice speaking English. So, how can you start thinking in English? It might seem hard at first. But like learning anything new, you start small and build up. Think of it as making a new path in your brain. A very easy way to start is by naming the things around you. Look at the things in your room. Your table, your chair, your lamp, your window. Say the English word in your head. You can even put small sticky notes on them with the English words. This helps you link the thing to its English name without using your own language. Do this for everything you see. The door, the spoon, the cup, the computer. Each name is a small English thought. Another good practice is to talk about what you are doing in English. As you do things, describe them to yourself in English. When you wake up, think, I am waking up. When you walk to the kitchen, think, I am walking to the kitchen. When you make food, say to yourself, I am making breakfast. I'm pouring milk. I am eating cereal. These are simple sentences, but they are all in English. You are using English to talk about your life as it happens. It feels a bit strange at first, like talking to yourself, but it works very well. It's like your own English movie commentary for your day. You can also start by making very simple thoughts in English. Don't try to think big, hard ideas yet. Start with easy things you see or need. It's cold. I am hungry. I need water. The sky is blue. This is a book. When these easy thoughts feel simple, make them a little harder. I feel tired today. I should drink more water. The weather is nice. This book is interesting. Each one is a small step, a tiny thought made directly in English. Try to use English for your thoughts in your head. We all have a constant stream of thoughts, planning, worrying, deciding. When you notice these thoughts, try to say them in English. Instead of thinking in your language, what should I wear today? Try to think, what should I wear today? Maybe a blue shirt. Yes, that looks good. If you are worried about something, like a meeting, instead of thinking about it in your language, try to think the worry in English. I hope the meeting goes well. I need to remember my notes. I hope they like my ideas. This practice helps your brain think and feel things in English. Let's think about Sarah, who was learning English. Sarah was good at learning words and grammar rules. She could write correct sentences. But when she tried to speak, it was hard. She would stop for a long time, thinking hard. I asked her what happened in her head when she spoke. She said, I think what I want to say in my language. Then I find the English words. Then I try to put them in the right order. Sometimes, the English order is different and it sounds wrong. This was the problem of driving with one foot on the brake. Her thoughts were stuck in translation. I told her to try thinking in English for just a few moments each day. Start with one thing, I said. When you walk into your kitchen, just say to yourself, I am in the kitchen. When you pick up a cup, think, this is a cup. I am holding a cup. Don't worry about being perfect. Just try to make the thought happen in English. At first, Sarah found it very difficult. Her brain wanted to go back to her own language. She would think, I'm in the kitchen, and then her own language thought would come right after, okay, now I need to make tea. It felt like a fight. She told me, Professor Lingua, it feels so strange. It's hard work. I told her, that feeling of difficulty, Sarah, shows that your brain is working hard to make that new path. It feels strange because it's new. Think of it like stretching a muscle that hasn't been used. It might hurt a little, but that hurt means it's getting stronger. She kept trying. She started naming things in her home. She would describe simple actions like I am opening the window or I am closing the door. She started with very short, simple sentences. In a few weeks, she saw a change. When she ordered coffee, she didn't have to stop and think so much. She found herself saying, a black coffee, please, almost without translating. One day she was walking home and saw a beautiful sunset. Her first thought wasn't a translation, it was, wow, that's a beautiful sunset. It was a complete English thought. She felt happy. It was a small moment, but a big success. She knew she was starting to think in English. Going from translating to thinking directly in English is key to daily English immersion. It means you are learning English all the time, not just when you read a book or go to class. It's happening inside your head. It's about making English part of your inner world, not just something you use outside. Now, let's think about the good things for your brain when you make this change. When you translate, you do a lot of mental work. You use two languages at once, find matching words, and build sentences. This uses a lot of your thinking power. By thinking directly in English, you skip much of this work. Your brain can get to English ideas and ways of speaking more directly. This leaves more thinking power for other things, helping you understand better and speak more easily. It's like changing from a slow internet connection to a very fast one for your thoughts. Your brain becomes better at using English. Also, thinking in English helps you learn the natural ways and sounds of the language. When you translate, you might use ways of speaking from your own language that don't sound right in English. Thinking directly helps you learn how people who speak English all the time think and talk. This makes your English sound more natural. You start to feel what sounds right in English, not just know the rules. Knowing this feeling is a sign of being fluent. Knowing if you are thinking in English can be a little tricky, as it happens inside your head, but there are clear signs. Are you speaking more smoothly with fewer long stops? Are you starting to understand jokes or cultural things in English without someone explaining them? Do you find yourself thinking or even dreaming in English? These are all good signs. A common mistake is to feel sad when it feels hard. Many learners think they are not good enough when it's difficult. Remember, the hard feeling is temporary and means you are getting stronger. Another mistake is expecting to be perfect too soon. Don't worry if your English thoughts are not always perfect at first. The goal is to get the thought out in English. You will get better with practice. Also, don't try so hard that it becomes stressful. The goal is to make it a normal part of your day, not another hard job. The wonderful thing about this practice is that you don't need anything special or extra time. You can do it while washing dishes, traveling, or waiting in line. It's daily English immersion in a very personal way. It turns normal moments into chances to learn. Every thought is a chance to get better at English. It's about making English not just something you do, but something you are. While changing your thoughts is very helpful, being surrounded by real English is also very important. The next step is to learn how to use what you see and hear outside to help the changes happening inside your head, turning everyday things into your own English learning place. Live English Foley. Learning a new language can seem like climbing a very tall mountain. We often look at the top and feel far away. But what if it felt more like a nice walk in a park? That is what daily English immersion is for. It is not just about reading or homework. It is about making English a part of your life, like breathing. Think about how you learned your first language. No one taught you grammar rules. You heard it, you saw it, you used it. You learned by living. Daily English immersion helps you learn English this way, naturally. It means having so much English around you that it becomes easy and quick to understand and speak. In this part, we will talk about how to truly live English. It is more than just watching a movie or listening to a song. It is about using English for everything you do. This is how you go from just hearing English to truly doing things with English. Live English Foley. It is nice to enjoy English with movies, music, or TV shows. These are great ways to get to know the language. But imagine standing at a door, looking into a beautiful garden, and never going inside. That is what happens when we only take in English without using it. We hear sounds, we see words, but we don't truly use the language for tasks. Real fluency, the kind that feels natural and easy, happens when we step into that garden and live there. It means making English an active part of your day, not just something you hear. Think about Maria. She wanted to live in Canada. She loved watching American movies and listening to pop songs, but when she got there, she felt lost. She understood the actors on screen, but ordering coffee was hard. People spoke very fast, and her mind went back to her own language. She felt shy and afraid to make mistakes. For weeks, she stayed home, watching shows she knew and feeling sad. One day, she was trying to find a cooking recipe online and got upset. All the recipes were in English. Instead of giving up, she took a deep breath. Slowly, word by word, she figured out how to make a simple pasta dish. It took much longer than usual, but when she ate her food, she felt happy. She had used English to solve a problem and get something done. This small success changed things for Maria. She decided to try this with other parts of her life. She loved gardening. She found English gardening blogs and YouTube videos. She did not understand everything, but she learned words like pruning, fertilizer, and seedling by looking at pictures and watching how the gardeners worked. She started following English-speaking gardeners on social media, even though she only wrote short notes like beautiful flowers. Or thank you for the tip. She was using English. She also loved playing online games. She found a group that played in English. At first she just listened. Then she started using simple phrases like "I need help," "over here," or "good job." When she played, her teammates were patient and sometimes helped her kindly. They were happy she was trying. Soon she was talking more, asking questions about the game, and even making friends. Maria's English did not become perfect right away. She still made mistakes, but she learned that making mistakes was okay. It was part of how she learned. She realized that living English meant being brave enough to try, even when she was not sure. She was using English to connect with her hobbies, to solve problems, and to make friends. This active use, this living of the language, was much stronger than just watching movies. It changed English from something she heard into something she did. This is the main idea of daily English immersion. Moving from just listening to actively doing. How can you start doing this? It is simpler than you might think. More than just watching. Active using. It is great that you watch English movies and listen to English music. These are like tasty snacks for learning the language. They help you hear the sounds, the rhythm, and the general feel of English. But to truly master the language, you need to be the cook, not just the person eating. You need to start doing things with English. What does doing things with English mean? It means using English to reach a goal. It is about speaking, writing, thinking, and solving problems in English. It is about making English a tool that helps you get things done in your life. Imagine you want to learn a new skill like playing the guitar. You can watch videos of someone playing, and that is nice. But you will not learn to play until you pick up a guitar and start practicing. Language is the same. You need to pick up the guitar of English and start playing. So, how do you go from just hearing English to actively using it? Speak, even to yourself. If you do not have someone to talk to often, talk to yourself. Say what you are doing. I am making coffee. I need a cup. I pour the hot water. It might feel strange at first, but it trains your brain to make sentences in English. Tell yourself what you were doing during the day, in your head or out loud. Write it down. Keep a simple diary in English. Write 1 or 2 sentences each day about how you feel, what you did, or what you plan to do. It does not have to be perfect. The goal is to practice making thoughts in English. You can also write short thoughts about things you watch or read, or just make a list of things to do in English. Think in English. This is important, and we will talk more about it. But start small. When you see something, try to think of its English name. When you have a simple thought, try to say it in English. For example, instead of thinking I'm hungry in your language and then changing it to I'm hungry, try to just think I'm hungry directly in English. Use English for information. Need to know how to fix something, how to bake a cake, how to understand a news story. Look for the information in English. This makes you read and understand English when you need to know what it means. The main thing is to find ways to use English for a reason. It does not have to be a big talk. It can be as simple as asking for directions even if you are just pretending. Writing a shopping list or understanding instructions. Every time you use English to do something, you make your connection to the language stronger and build your confidence. Add English to your hobbies and interests. This is where learning English becomes really fun and useful. Your hobbies and interests are already a big part of your life. By adding English to them, you are not adding a chore. You are making something you already love even better. This makes daily English immersion feel natural and exciting. Think about what you like to do in your free time. Do you love to cook? Are you excited about football? Do you spend hours playing video games? Maybe you like making things, taking pictures, or learning about history. Whatever it is, there is a world of English things and groups related to it. For the food lover, instead of just watching cooking shows in your language, look for English-speaking chefs and food writers. Follow them on YouTube, Instagram, or their websites. Read their recipes. You will learn words like sauté, simmer, whisk, bake, and roast in a way that you can see and taste the results. You can even try cooking a new dish from an English recipe. This is learning that is useful and tastes good. For the gamer, many online games have active groups from different countries. Join groups or teams where English is spoken. You will learn words used in games, but also how to talk about plans, ask for help, and just chat with players from different places. Following English gaming news sites or watching streamers can also show you a lot of spoken English, which is fast and natural. For the sports fan, follow your favorite sports teams or players on their English social media. Read sports news websites in English. You will learn words related to the game, player names, and common phrases used by people who watch and talk about sports. You could even try to describe a game you are watching out loud in English. For the creative person, art, music, writing, look at English art lessons, music lessons, or writing classes online. Read talks with artists or musicians. Join online groups where people talk about their creative projects in English. You will learn special words and get ideas from people all over the world. For the nature lover, follow English nature photographers, groups that protect nature, or gardening experts. Read articles about plants, animals, or nature issues in English. You will learn words like ecosystem, biodiversity, native plants, and migration patterns. The best part of this way of learning is that your desire to learn comes from what you love. You are not learning English just to learn English. You are learning English to enjoy your hobbies more. This makes it feel less like schoolwork and more like exploring. You will find that the more you use English for your interests, the more natural it becomes to use that language. You will start to understand small differences, pick up common sayings, and even think about your hobby in English. Make English your tool for daily tasks. Let's think about your phone. How many times a day do you pick it up? To check the time, send a message, look something up, or check social media? Now, imagine if all those things needed you to use English. This is a strong way to make daily English immersion a constant, useful experience. Many people are afraid to change their phone's language to English because they worry they won't find things or will get confused. But here's the secret. You already know how most of these things work. Changing the language makes your brain create new links. It is like learning a new map of a city you know. You know where the library is, but now you have to learn the English street names to get there. Your smartphone, go to your phone's settings and change the language to English. Don't be scared. You will be surprised how quickly you will see the pictures and the general layout. You will start learning words like settings, notifications, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, camera, messages, contacts, and apps. When you need to find something specific, you can always search quickly in your language, like how to change my phone language back to your language, just in case. Your computer. Do the same for your computer's main system. Learn words like file, edit, view, window, desktop, folder, download, and upload. Your favorite apps. Many apps, like social media, games, or news apps, let you change the language inside the app. Change them to English. You will learn words that are useful for how you use those apps. Your search engine. Set your main search engine language to English. When you look for information, you will see English results first. This is very helpful for finding different kinds of information and seeing how things are talked about in English. Why does this work so well? Because these are things you do every single day. You are not taking extra time to study English. You are using English to do your normal daily tasks. This gives you constant, easy practice. You learn words that are immediately useful and fit your life. It changes English from something you study into a tool you use to get around in your digital world. This constant, gentle push to use English for daily actions is a main part of good daily English immersion. Accept mistakes as chances to learn. This is maybe the most important change in thinking for anyone who wants to live and speak English fluently. We are often taught to be scared of mistakes. In school, a wrong answer might mean a lower grade. This can make us feel embarrassed or ashamed when we make errors in a new language. But when you are truly living English, mistakes are not failures. They are signs. They show you where you need to pay attention. Think back to when you were a child learning your first language. Did you worry about saying goat instead of went? Did you mix up words? And your parents or caretakers did not get angry. They usually understood what you meant and gently corrected you, or just understood and moved on. This kind of helpful space is what we need to create for ourselves when learning English. When you are actively using English in your hobbies, changing your device settings, or even just talking to yourself, mistakes will happen. You might use the wrong word, put the verb in the wrong place, or struggle to find the right phrase. Don't let fear stop you. The biggest problem is often the fear of sounding silly. But remember, most people want to communicate more than they want to judge your grammar. If you are trying to communicate, people will see your effort. See mistakes as information. Every mistake is a piece of information. If you say I am boring when you mean I am bored, someone might correct you, or you might understand the difference when you hear the correct way later. This correction is helpful information. It tells your brain, pay attention to this. This is where I need to focus. Learn from them. When you notice a mistake you made, try to understand why it was a mistake. Was it the wrong word? The wrong time of the verb? The wrong small word? Looking up the correct way will help you remember it better. Be happy you tried. Know that you are trying. Every time you speak or write in English, even with mistakes, you are taking a brave step. Tell yourself you did a good job for trying. This good feeling is important for building confidence. Imagine Maria, our gardener. She might say I like the flowers in the garden when she means I like the garden's flowers. She might not even know it. But if someone kindly says, "Oh, you mean you like the garden's flowers?" she learns. Or maybe she hears others say the garden's flowers and starts to notice the pattern herself. The main thing is that she kept speaking. She did not stop because she was afraid of making a mistake. Her wish to talk about the flowers was stronger than her fear of making an error. Creating a safe space for yourself to make mistakes is very important for daily English immersion. It lets you try new things, take chances, and learn better. Without being open to making mistakes, you will likely stay in your safe zone, and you will learn much slower. The power of thinking in English. This is often seen as the last step in learning a language, the best sign that you are truly fluent. When you can think directly in English, without always changing words from your language, your speaking becomes much faster, more natural, and more natural. It is like switching from a slow, difficult translation app to the direct, instant way your own brain works. Why is changing words so hard? Because languages have different structures, different ways to say things, and different cultural ideas. When you change words one by one, you often get sentences that sound strange or even confusing in English. So, how do you start thinking in English? It happens slowly, not all at once. Start with simple names. As we said before, when you see something, try to think of its English name right away. See a chair? Think chair, not the word in your language, then chair. See a cup? Think cup. This creates a direct link between the thing and the English word. Think in short phrases. Start with very simple thoughts. Good morning. I'm hungry. Time for lunch. It's cold. Try to have these simple thoughts directly in English. Tell yourself what you're doing inside your head. When you are doing something simple, like making tea, try to say it in your head in English. I need a tea bag. I put it in the cup. I add hot water. Now I wait. Even if the sentences are very simple, you are practicing making English thoughts. Ask yourself questions in English, instead of asking yourself, "What should I do now?" In your language, try asking in English, "What next?" or "What should I do now?" Then, try to answer the question in English. I will read a book, or I will check my email. Use English for your inner talk. When you are watching a movie, try to follow the story or guess what will happen next in English. If you are reading an article, try to say the main ideas in your head in English. Don't translate. When you want to change words, try hard to stop. Try to find the English word or phrase for the idea you want to say, rather than changing words one by one from your language. This might mean using simpler English at first, and that is perfectly fine. It is better to say a simple idea correctly in English than a complex idea the wrong way by changing words. Thinking in English is the main goal of daily English immersion, because it means the language is no longer something separate you study. It has become the way you understand the world around you. It is a skill that grows with practice. The more you actively use English through your hobbies, your daily tasks, and your willingness to make mistakes, the more natural it will become for your brain to think in English. It is a beautiful sign that English is becoming a part of you. By actively adding English into our daily lives, we change it from something to study into a living, breathing part of who we are. This deep, personal connection opens up a level of fluency that is more than just remembering words. It prepares us for the next important step, confidently sharing our thoughts and ideas with the world. Conclusion: you made it to the end of English all around. That's great. Learning a new language is a big trip and you've learned a lot. Maybe before, learning English felt hard. Maybe you forgot the rules you learned. But we showed you a new way. It's a more natural and fun way. We learned how to make English a part of your life every day. The most important thing we learned is daily English immersion. Why is this way of learning so good? Think about how you learned your first language. You didn't sit in a classroom and learn rules. You learned by hearing and seeing words used all the time. You learned without even trying. You heard words in real life. You learned how words fit together, how they sound, and what they mean. Daily English immersion does the same thing. It helps your brain learn English like it's supposed to, by using it in real life. When you listen to music, watch movies, or use your phone in English, you are not just studying. You are living with the language. Seeing and hearing English all the time helps you learn much faster. Your brain is always connecting new words and ideas. This makes sense because you are using English for things you already like. Think of English as a friend. It's with you all day, telling stories and helping you understand the world. You have the power to speak English well. Make daily English immersion your goal every day. Try to spend time with English each day, even if it's just for a short time. What do you like to do? Find English things about your hobbies. If you like to cook, watch cooking shows in English. If you like video games, join game groups that speak English. Don't worry about making mistakes. Every word you don't understand or every sentence that isn't perfect is a step forward. It shows you are trying and learning. Little efforts every day are better than trying to do too much at once. Like getting stronger, practicing every day makes a real difference. Try to think in English even for a moment. Or tell yourself a short story in English in your head. Imagine a future where you can watch your favorite movies without reading words on the screen. Imagine talking with people from all over the world. Imagine finding new chances without language stopping you. This future can happen. It happens when you make English a part of your daily life, like we talked about. Keep using English every day. Keep exploring, and most of all, keep enjoying this trip. Your ability to speak English well is waiting for you. Go live it in English every single day.